Hey, what's going on everyone? Ishan K, aka Push for Life here. I just wanted to give you some quick info about this episode. There are two things you need to know. First of all, I forgot to switch on my GoPro, which is sort of like the side view, which you're probably used to by now. So I only have two views for the first 1.5 episodes, which is the overhead view and also the screen capture view, just in case you're wondering. And the second thing is, shortly after I recorded this, my computer back there, the iMac, which I've had since 2010, died on me. And the reason I'm telling you this is because there are some audio glitches throughout all 4 parts of this episode. So just in case you're wondering why that is, that's why it is. So anyway, let's get on to the episode. Take it easy and I hope you enjoy it. What's up everyone, this is Ishan Kadaru, aka Push for Life, and welcome to yet another episode of Adventures in Ableton. As usual, I have no idea what I'm going to do right now, so let's get right to it. So what are we going to start off with today? I thought, for the past few episodes, we've been starting off with, the piano. I think we did, some drums at the beginning. So this time I thought I want to start off with the upright bass, which is part of my template that I built for at least the first few episodes of this show. So I've got this upright bass. Let me just show you real quickly what it is. It's part of the Contact Core library, I believe it's called, or Factory library, that's what it is. Here we go. So if you happen to have Contact, if you go into Factory library, let me just quickly show you where it is. This is the Factory library. And if you go into Band and Bass, there we go. Jazz upright. Oh no, sorry, it's upright bass. That's what it is. And I just really enjoy this sound. So I use it a lot. Even if I don't use it as the end sound, I like composing with it at least. So that's what we're going to do with today. We're just going to start off with it and then just see where it takes us. So I'm just going to mess around as usual. I actually thought, just to do something different, I might just change up the time signature just to see what happens. So the two options that come to mind are 7/8 or 5/4. I think I'm going to go with 5/4 today. So let me just go up here, type in a 5. Now we're in 5/4. So yeah, let's just see what happens. I think I'm going to go with this just to get started. Put it in on 4 bars. All right, at least that's a bit of an idea. Now the thing is with an idea like this right now, I'm kind of like, it's not the most exciting idea in the world, but one thing I've learned over the years is, stuff can start off really mediocre as the sort of seedling of the idea, but if there's something there, if you just kind of work on it, refine it, and then start adding other stuff, you might even end up taking out that initial idea, but the stuff that you built around it is beautiful. It doesn't always happen that way, but I'm just going to go with it. That's the beauty of doing these adventures in Ableton. It's kind of making me go that extra step. Usually I might just throw this idea out and just start a different thing, but I want to go for it and see what happens, just to show you guys and girls that no matter how mediocre the idea, as long as you kind of stick at it and refine it, something beautiful can happen. So let's see if that's what's the case today. Right, so now I'm just going to quantize it. Let me think. I think the highest subdivision is 8th notes, I believe. So I'm just going to put this on 8th notes and I'm going to quantize it 78%. I'm just going to check the velocities. That's something I like to do when I play it in on the push. Some notes might be louder than others. I think I want that initial one. Whoops. The initial one to be loud. I'm just going to fold this. first one needs to be louder. I'm gonna have these ones nice and loud at the end. The thing is, it's not just a difference in volume, but because this is like a multi-sampled instrument, the louder the velocity, excuse me, the louder the velocity, excuse me, the louder the velocity, the timbre changes. You know, because if you were to hit a real string and hit it hard, you're going to have different frequencies in there than if you hit it really softly. So it's important to get these velocities right. Okay, so I think I'm going to move on to piano next. Alright, same as usual, I'm just going to mess around until that sweet spot starts happening. One thing I like to do is maybe at least find two notes that work. Find something rhythmical and then start adding notes. So I'm just going to try that right now. This being the root note usually will work. Double up and see what happens there. Whoops. I think what I'm going to do, this is the Niels Fram Noir piano. Now this has a lot of really cool sounds, and it has one thing in here. Let me just put this up. The particles engine, which I'm just going to switch on, and it just starts creating these, I guess you'd call them particles. I might use this to my advantage. And I haven't had it that long, so I'm just going to sort of play around with some settings here. Like one thing that's just a little tip, when I'm going through some presets, when I'm working on trying to find or curate a sound, I guess is what I'm doing. When I'm working with presets, it's like curating sounds. You know, I'm going through a lot of different sounds. Sorry about this frog in my throat. I'm going through lots of different sounds, and, you know, just like a curator will pick different bands for a festival and see how they work together, you know, as a whole. My job when I'm going through presets is I have a certain sound in my head, and I'm curating certain presets that work together as a whole. And by doing so, I kind of make my own creation, even though I'm using presets. So just now what happened, as you saw, I got to this brushed pattern, this one right here, and immediately I went, oh, and that's because I felt it in my body. Something happened in my body. A lot of times you'll be going through presets and you're like, oh, is that okay? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But when you hit that one particular preset or sound, if you're doing sound design and you're tweaking knobs, you'll feel it in your body and you'll just be like, ooh, that feels good. And that's the feeling you want to trust. See, in this one, I really like that, the brush pattern. I guess it's kind of like playing the piano strings with, you know, brushes from a drum kit. That's what I'm guessing. So I'm I'm going to take that and then I'm going to play around with some of the parameters in this particular setting. Let's make it a little more dense. That's too dense. Some of the highs of this brushed pattern feedback, I guess you could call it. Too much highs in there. I don't want them to be distracting. Oh, I need to get a little closer to the push. Okay, let me just leave it at that with those ones for now. Put in some ambience. I love this. It's just this sort of sound from one of the studios in Niels Fram's Funkhouse studio. It's just like a hum or something like that, but I love it. Piano noises, the pianist noises, I mean. Let me just turn this right up so you can hear. You'll hear creaks and stuff. Just adds this vibe. Just take this down a little. Just widen it a little. In sound design right kind of getting there. There's that feeling again in my belly. I think it's time to record something now so we can keep this thing moving. Put it on 8 bars, fixed length. So I think maybe what I'll do first of all is I'll record a simple version and then I'll record another clip with a bit more variation and complexity in it. And then I have something to work with. This, I'll do that 78 again. Just check the mix right now. Take it up a little. All right, I'm just going to leave that for now. Actually, I'm not going to record anything else. That feels nice. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and yeah, as usual, hit like and subscribe if you want to see more of this type of content. The more you like this sort of stuff and the more subscribers I have, the more effort I will put into creating more content. Obviously, if I feel like people aren't really watching, it's not something I'm going to keep continuing. So please leave a like, please subscribe, and most of all, please leave a comment. And as usual, if there's something specific in the video that you're interested in commenting on, the best thing you can do, because, you know, with all of this different content, it's hard to keep an overview, hit the timestamp, you know. So say, for instance, at 2 minutes and 50 into the video, there's something specific you're commenting on. Make sure to timestamp it so people can jump straight to it and know what you're commenting about. Most of all, myself. That way I can always be relevant because I know what the context is of the comment. Okay, so thanks so much again for watching. It really, really means a lot to me, and I hope that you got something out of this. All the best for now. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial. Peace.